Born from samurai strength, tested by earthquake, fire, and tsunami, Tokyo didn't just survive, it evolved.
This city should not exist. Not here. Not like this.
It sits on the worst possible ground, in the path of typhoons, on the Pacific Ring of Fire.
It has been wiped off the map by earthquake, fire, and war. Not once, but repeatedly.
So how did a swampy, insignificant fishing village become the largest metropolis on Earth?
Most orderly and technologically advanced city on Earth? This is the story of Tokyo, the unkillable city.
Our story begins not as Tokyo, but as Edo, a backwater bay, home to a few fishermen.
In 1603, everything changed. The powerful shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu, chose this exact spot for his new capital, not for what it was, but for what it could be, a defensible heart at the center of a new Japan.
Why here? It was a masterstroke of political genius, far from the scheming aristocracy.
Far from the influence of the old imperial capital, Kyoto.
But building here was a nightmare. The land was soft, swampy, and prone to flooding.
They terraformed the landscape, creating a city of canals and bridges, a masterpiece of civil engineering. For over 200 years, Edo flourished in isolation, a bustling, sophisticated world unto itself, protected by policy and sea. It became one of the world's most populous cities, and a tinderbox waiting for a spark. Disaster struck not once, but over 100 times. The flowers of Edo, they called the fires. Beautiful, deadly, and endlessly recurring. The flowers of Edo, devastating fires that ripped through the wooden city. Not natural disasters, but a predictable price of density and construction. The Great Meireki Fire of 1657 killed over 100,000 people and burned the city to ashes.
But each time, they rebuilt. Faster, better.
Then, at noon on September 1, 1923, the ground itself revolted. The Great Kanto Earthquake. The Great Kanto Earthquake, one of the most destructive in history, struck. The quake itself was bad enough, but it was the resulting firestorm that created hell on Earth.
Over 140,000 people died. The city was annihilated. Again.
And just as they were recovering, a new man-made hell descended.
The firebombing of World War II. In a single night in March 1945,
a firestorm more destructive than the atomic bomb of Nagasaki incinerated 16 square miles of the city
And killed over 100,000 people.
Three times! Wiped off the map! 3 times!
from the ashes of 1945, a new city was born. And this time, they didn't just rebuild, they reimagined. The 1964 Olympics was their coming out party to the world.
They unveiled the Shinkansen, the world's first bullet train. But the real revolution was invisible.
Buildings now float on massive rubber cushions to survive quakes. They built a $2 billion underground cathedral to divert floodwaters.
The old Edo, with its respect for nature and community, fused with a relentless drive for the future.
They didn't try to defeat nature. They learned to dance with it.
This is Tokyo's secret. It's not just a city of technology, it's a city of the human spirit.
The ultimate test came in 2011, the largest earthquake in Japan's recorded history.
The tsunami that followed was catastrophic. But in Tokyo, the buildings held.
There was no panic, no riots, just a calm, resilient order.
This is the unbreakable contract that holds Tokyo together.
The understanding that survival depends on collective resilience. Tokyo is not a city in spite of its disasters, but because of them.
That from the swamp, from the fire, from the rubble, they will always, always build again.
Each catastrophe was a brutal lesson that forged a smarter, stronger, more resilient metropolis.
It is the city that looked into the abyss of total destruction and chose to build a future. What city of resilience should we explore next? Berlin? Istanbul? Pompeii? Let us know in the comments.
If you believe in the power of cities to survive and thrive, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell.